G'day guys, welcome to episode 10 of Ask Woodford. Sorry, it's getting cold in Melbourne. That's a great start. Before I start this, I want to get pretty serious here for a second, and I don't get serious much, but I'll try and get serious for everyone here. I'm not going to rant, I'm not going to rave, I'm not going to swear, but I just want to talk to you guys about my vision that I have for this industry and the passion for what I have for it. When I started this, I really wanted to raise the standard of the industry as much as possible. In the last 5 years, I've gone about it my own way and just really questioning a lot of things and being myself to raise this standard. What I'm calling on everyone now is, if you follow this page, if you like what we do at Woodford, please understand our vision and what we're trying to create in this industry. My end goal with this is to raise the standard in the fitness industry, regardless of whatever you do, be it body composition change, be it general training, rehab, or athlete performance in the private sector. I want everyone to understand the difference between a highly qualified and educated person compared to someone who's just trying to sell, pretty much sell BS as much as possible. I want people to understand what proper training is, and I want everyone to be available high-level coaching, training experience for everyone, regardless of what level they're at, regardless how old they are, if they play a sport, if not. That's what I'm trying to do. That is my vision. That is my goal. Okay, athlete development, general training, rehab. That's all. It always what it is. That's a specific type of training. But what I'm trying to do is galvanize this industry together, bring it together for one vision and raise the standard. And through my vision, I want to help as many people as possible. And that's what I want to do. I rant and I rave and I swear a lot, but that's just a byproduct of my passion. Sometimes I can't alliterate the fact and communicate the fact to you guys. I want you guys to understand that. If you like this video, please share it with anyone who you know, because this is the standard. And the only way I can change this industry is through social media and getting this message out. And that's my goal. And the vision at the end of the day, if I can look back by the time I'm 50 and 60 and say I've done something good for this industry and we've raised the stand together, okay, and as I put it now, and I want to thank Alex for this, is one city, one gym, one person at a time, we are changing the game, and that's what we're doing now. So the vision has never changed. The vision's always stayed the same. Let's change the game, let's raise the stand in the industry, and let's want better for everyone in this industry and every person who trains. How about that?
Heavy start.
That's pretty heavy start. Very heavy start for that. So I just wanted to be honest about it and be a bit different to what I normally have with Random Ray, but I thought we'd get to the crux of the issue and be honest with the vision. That is my vision. Hopefully you guys can get behind it and just really push forward. Alex, where are you going? I don't know where he's gone.
You can introduce me if you want.
Yeah, this is Brett Cranage. Brett?
Backed by popular demand.
Backed by popular demand.
3, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. You actually remember the episode as well.
Mate, I was on.
So Brett's going to help us out with answering the questions. Next few weeks, we're going to be bringing up more staff of Woodford SSC. I want you guys to see there's more to Woodford than just myself. There's a lot more to Woodford than more myself. So, also, if you want to check out my new Instagram page, it is Coach Woodford. Is it Coach Woodford?
Correct.
Coach Woodford, check it out.
And the Facebook.
And the Facebook, Christian Woodford. I'm going to be posting a hell of a lot of content through there. If you really like following my journey and how I am, and I'm very controversial, just follow that page. Just put it that way. But the Woodford stuff, we're here now.
Yeah.
Brett?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thanks, mate.
From episode 3 as well, one of the young fellas.
Back again.
You want to explain to everyone your background?
So I just finished a 4-year undergrad in exercise science and sport management. And in the last year of that, I did the internship here at Woodford. So that was probably...
How'd you find that?
June last year. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You finish uni, you think you know what you're talking about. And then you get into that sort of practical environment, you just realise how much more you have to know. And then through working here for the last 6 months as well, building on that knowledge and being able to actually apply, it's been unbelievable. Still a lot of room to go, but I certainly think I'm progressing along nicely, so it's been great.
Awesome. What's your honours in?
Yes, and I'm doing my honours now in AFL recovery. So going out to AFL clubs, seeing what they're doing with their AFL athletes, how they recover them, and the ways they do it, the reasons why behind those methods that they apply as well. So it's been really interesting as well. Excellent.
Well, I'm glad to have you on our team. I think you're a really good asset, and you get trained by me twice a week along with the guy behind the camera, Alex Sandals we call him. So if you want to tag Sandals, ask away Sandals. First question, ask Woodford, so you can jump in any time and just start. This is what we're here for. Yeah. Let's go.
Alright, if you want the name, I have to get to give me 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm ready.
Just tag name. I've done this last time because I screwed up the name.
What are your thoughts on using block periodization versus undulating periodization, or linear, for that matter, for athletic development?
He's talking linear versus non-linear.
Block periodization.
Just linear versus non-linear. Let's keep it simple. Linear versus non-linear, right? So, I don't know if you know much about this. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you start off.
I don't know if you know much about this. So, okay, I want you to think about this. periodization is one of those ones. I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like it's very overcomplicated. I told you this before, my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And you got all these books that people read, and it's like so complicated, like all these big undulating, all these big words, wave loading, step loading.
We're just talking about cluster.
We're talking about cluster sets before. It's real funny when you read these books, like, holy crap, there's so much getting thrown at you. If we look at what periodization is, and we kind of break down how we define periodization is just having a goal. It's breaking training into periods which each phase emphasising a goal. Now, if we break it down even further, we've got linear, which is non-linear. Now, I want you guys to think linear is training one quality. So purely one quality. Okay? And I want you to think non-linear is training multiple qualities at once. So here at Woodford, we're big non-linear guys. Because you got to think we train explosive, we train power first, and then we train whatever we're training. So if it's like an explosive movement first, so it's always, it lifts, jumps, throws or sprints, any of those big four, and I'll go through this again. Lifts, jumps, throws or sprints are classified our explosive work. We always want to do when the athlete is neurologically fresh, metabolically replenished. We do that first, then we go on our strength work. Now that can either be an accumulation block, a hypertrophy block, or an intensification of strength block. So that's what we call non-linear. So you train multiple qualities. So that's a power or a speed, strength or size block, or a hypertrophy block. So that's non-linear. And linear is training one quality. So linear would just literally be, it might start endurance. So it might just be like, literally if you look at the reps, it might be 8 to 12 reps. So it might go 12, 10, 8. And then from there, and that's more accumulation, volume work. And then from there it goes 6, 4, 2, which is more strength-based work.
I think it's important, depending on where the athlete is as well, to have not overcomplicated if you're just starting out. That's certainly something that I found is you don't want to get too in-depth with the periodization if you're a real novice lifter. Important to get sort of that accumulation, understand that motor patterning before then launching into the actual sort of the specific periodization, whether you're doing your power, strength, hypertrophy, whatever that might be.
Very true. And you got to remember, what facilitates power and speed for a novice athlete?
Neural control.
But what is the most important thing to develop for a novice, which is going to facilitate everything?
Motor control.
Yeah, but the quality. What's the quality that will develop everything? Remember, power equals
force times velocity.
So force is the first part. Strength. You've got to develop strength before you can. You've got to maximize your strength. You can't express something rapidly you don't have to begin with. You need to maximize that strength before you can maximize that power and speed. So it makes sense. And yes, you're 100% right. You need that neural control. You need that neural efficiency. So if you are looking, and the question was which works better, did they say novice athlete or what did they say?
No, just for athletic development. What are your thoughts?
See, that's the thing which people...
Very open-ended.
It's an open question. You don't know their training status, you don't know their chronology age, you don't know their somatotype. Are they in season, are they off season, are they pre-season? This all will affect your type of periodization, but it all comes down to one thing. The athlete's goals, their training status at the time of the season. Yeah. Everything works, you just got to find what works for your athlete. That's the best answer I can give for that question. Just remember as well, you're not training a strength sport athlete. That's the biggest thing. You want to get in, get out, and adapt with the skill. Next question.
In regards to your recent post a couple of weeks ago on the 5 in-season tips for athletes, is there any chance you could do on, well, that's not going to work because they wanted a mobility routine.
No. Check out...
What were the 5 tips? What are the 5? What'd you say? What are the 5 things?
Oh man, I could.
I go on.
If I go on, I'll be here all day.
Jaden Keeley.
Do we tag these guys on the videos?
Oh, Jaden.
I tried to. I tried to. What are your thoughts on isagenix? I have a couple family members that are involved with the products.
We're trying to not. Yeah.
And I've never been a fan. You don't have to take the question. I've seen you post a couple times about it. I'd like to hear you talk about it.
God damn it. I can't sit on the fence either. This is not what I'm about. I'm not sitting on the fence. I've got to be illiterate here. I've got to be communicate this very freely. Okay, I want you to think of it this way, right?
Yeah, think like we had that video.
I know.
Now you can just do it differently.
I know. But there's going to be some videos where I go off my tree. Today's not going to be one of them. I'm very relaxed today, so I'm not going to go off my tree. I want you... Fuck you, Alex. Screw you. And I just swore. You've just wrecked everything. I thought
We're going along one of that tree.
I know. I tried so hard. All right, so you are... Thanks, man. Now, I want you to think about it this way, right? So I'm going to put it to everyone, right?
Here we go.
So, let's say you want to learn the most about nutrition, right? Mm-hmm. And you say to yourself, I want to learn, I want to immerse myself in nutrition and understanding macronutrients, carbohydrate, fat, protein. I want to understand how the body works, right? What you normally do is you might take a certificate to start off with, and then after that, your knowledge might flow from there. You might do a degree, and dietetics, and you might get a master's or whatever, right? So you go to uni and you learn as much as possible, right? And these people actually want to fucking help people. They really want to care and help people and help them lose body fat. I mean, most nutrition stuff it could be doing with performance recovery or body composition change in terms of, i.e. fat loss, muscle gain.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest issue I have with these people is isagenix, Herbalife, all these companies, it's a pyramid scheme. So they recruit you into it, and then when you start selling, the whole idea is you're making them money. And then you get people, then you make money off those people. Now, I wouldn't mind if they just came out and said, yes, it's just a pyramid scheme, but they lie about it consistently, the people who come in here. Now, the question I've got for everyone, of course these people are going to say it's going to work, is because they're trying to flog it to you so you can make them money. Of course they're going to say it works. What the fuck, you don't think they're going to say it works? Of course it works, because they're trying to flog it so they can make money off you to sell to more people. Yeah. And that's the whole thing, which I don't understand. More of the fact it's a supplement. It's a supplement. It's supposed to supplement your diet. How can you take that seriously when they're telling you to take pills, to take shakes? Yes, that's okay as a supplement to your whole foods diet. The minute you start taking supplements, it negates the whole reason of taking supplements, because you're taking the supplements as your main source of fuel. It doesn't make any sense. And the worst part is these people have no background in nutrition, and they're telling you how to eat. They're not a nutritionist. They shouldn't be giving you information like this. Okay, and that's the problem with this industry, is because people think just because they eat right, it gives them the right to be professionals at nutrition and hydration. Like, I thought this industry was bad with fitness professionals. Imagine nutrition industry. If you're a nutritionist, a dietitian, share this post, because I'm going to help you out as much as possible here, because I'm real big on staying in your lane, and I feel sorry for you guys.
And the big thing is, in my honours, looking at the AFL and the recovery, the basics work. You ask the
fundamentals.
Blokes, what do you use? Carbohydrate,
protein,
straight after.
Yep,
protein for muscle regeneration.
Electrolytes.
And electrolytes for rehydration. They don't really vary away from that either.
Yeah.
So there's no need to supplement your diet with all these ridiculous supplements.
No.
When the basics work, and that's what's proven to work at that high performance elite level.
And that works for everyone. It works for everyone. A carbohydrate need for, remember, you eat carbohydrate, broke down as glucose, stored as glycogen in the muscle and liver. Okay, that's glycogen resynthesis, critical to switch the switch from catabolic breaking down to anabolic resynthesized recovery, right? Protein for muscle recovery, protein synthesis. We know it's critical. We want a net protein gain. Okay, so we want to recover that muscle tissue. Okay, and the third biggest one for me is hydration. Okay, we try and weigh pre. If I was working in a professional team, not a professional team, but just in a team, you weigh pre and post whatever you lose. Let's say you lose 1 kilo in weight. Okay, you would have to refuel 1.5 litres. 1 litre, 1 kilo is 1.5 litres. 2 litre, 2.5 litres. Okay, probably 3 litres.
And just make sure that's high in electrolytes as well.
And that
increases intestinal absorption at the same time.
Correct.
Make sure it can get into your system.
5 electrolytes: sodium, potassium, calcium chloride, magnesium. Okay, the big 5 that you want to look at as much as possible. Another big one for recovery is the sleep as well. 8 hours sleep, which is getting bigger, especially neurological recovery as well. But going back to all these brands that sell these products, it's not whole foods. I don't like it. It's exactly what it says. It supplements the diet. Remember, the people who sell it to you, they don't have a background in nutrition. Remember that. They're just trying to make money. And there's nothing bad trying to make money. I have no issue. But trying to make money and actually give a fuck about what people want to understand and get the most out of them, that's why you need to see a professional. Don't go to these people and exactly understand it's to supplement your diet.
Ask for qualifications.
Ask for qualifications, exactly. And ask what results they've got as well. Most of the time, they're just sellers or the distributors of this. And please, if you're selling this crap, don't hit me up on LinkedIn. I don't care. Don't hit me up on Facebook. I don't care. I don't sell it. My philosophy, I believe in whole foods, carbohydrate, fat, protein, a combination of all three. Also, the only supplements I recommend are a carbohydrate, a whey protein after training. That's what I have, and a branched chain amino acid. Even these days, I don't recommend a branched chain. I would say a creatine as well. If you're in a strength power sport, it's okay by SADA as well and WADA as well. That's the only ones I recommend.
All right.
Get out of my industry.
Jolie Carter loves the show.
Yo.
Wanted to know the goanna's thoughts on triphasic training for intermittent field and court sports athletes where change of direction occurs regularly. Does he implement it in his programming for athletes? And if so, how would you periodize it specifically in season, off season?
This is what it is, mate.
The fact you call me goanna's just annoyed me, right? Thank you very much, Samuel. Triphasic training, I read the book by Cal Dietz talking about eccentric, isometric, concentric. I've got no idea. I really can't answer that question. I can bullshit on.
No, that's
fine.
I've
actually read the book. No idea. You get that's a question. I've never done it. Read the book, back to front, Cal Dietz, triphasic training. Yeah, never really got into it,
Brad, have you heard of it?
No, I never heard of it.
Cal Dietz. Oh,
What's
Cal
the
Dietz.
background of it? Can you talk to me about what it is?
I can't even remember. I've read it ages ago. All it is doing blocks eccentrics, isometrics, concentrics. It's three.
Yeah.
Try meaning three.
Oh,
I can't even answer that question. I think it's a good method of training? Yeah, the guy's legit, but I've never done it, so I can't really give you some feedback on it.
All right. Daniel Eltham. Hey Christian, do you have any? Have you done any work with Achilles tendons, and how do you rehabilitate it from tendinitis?
Oh,
Just ankle mobility.
I would just do tendinitis. They do a lot of these days. They do a lot of isometrics with tendons. Have you seen all that stuff? Yeah, a lot of isometrics. The only ones I've thought about was I had two guys and we were doing heaps of eccentric loading on it. So say you come up, balls of your feet, and then you really control down really slowly.
Yeah.
You're getting that stimulus through the tendon. That's what you're trying to do: regenerate and load. So, but it's a slow reloading process. It's a step loading, because if you load it too much, you're going to flare it up. Don't load enough, you're not going to get enough load through it. So it's finding that right balance. Yeah, I've done a few before. I've done 3 to 4. Haven't really got them. My main ones are hamstring, ACL,
soft tissue,
back, just the soft back, and soft tissue ones, quad, shoulder. I've done a fair few rehab with that stuff. They're main ones, but calf tendon. What was it? Achilles tendon, calf tendon.
What about if you did like
Achilles
a
tendon?
star excursion, whatever it is, where you get the foot, you're going out, controlling that way, forward and back?
Oh, that's a balance test, really.
Yeah, but it's stability in the joint.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you could do that. Listen, with that stuff, it's very important you understand this, especially early stage diagnosis and treatment. Physio is the best for pathology. Physio, osteochondromyopathy. I've told you this before. Work with them. Talk to them what they can and can't do, because we're not the best at that in terms of saying what we can and what we can't do. So I might give another shout out to Mick Hughes. If you want to tag Mick Hughes in this, he's a real good one to follow. Todd Anderson, give him a tag in that. They're good physios. Performance physios, I call them. But you got to work with them. So in terms of Achilles tendon, it's just, as I said, you come balls of your feet, come down eccentrics. Right, yeah. That's pretty much all I've got. But I've rehabbed a few of them, and I then integrate with performance work as well. Right. Especially with ACLs. ACLs, you got to do a fair bit of calf work, gastroc work, a lot of calf raises we do. You just want to see it on the video.
Andrew Goff, you posted this a while ago, now we're going to finally get to it. Fellow athletes, including myself at my club, have anterior pelvic tilt. I struggle with mobility in regards to hip flexors and lower back. Furthermore, part of the reason why I believe I'm incredibly weak in my abdominals and glutes is because of this pelvic issue. I was wondering what interventions, like foam rolling or stretching, or strengthening exercises, you would give to him and his athletes to improve the mobility and strengthen the glutes and abs.
Do you want to have a crack at this or what?
I'd just say, well, it could be weakness, but just cueing, I would say, would be the most important thing. Like, I don't know who's cueing about that pelvic tilt, but being able to correct it and actually see how do we fix that. It's just someone saying, tilt that pelvis up, extend back, whatever that may be.
It's a wide open question, bro. Yeah. Like, you could ask. These are always good questions, but it's very wide open, so you can just give your just general opinion on it. I think it'd be a cueing thing, what he said. It might be, you might even get them in dead bugs to understand the position. Yeah, that ribs down position, tension through the core. Yeah, that's what I would say as well. It's a good question, but you got to kind of figure out, if you're without seeing them, it's very hard to understand.
Should get some videos with the questions as well, so we actually see.
Well, that's what we want to do.
That's good. Submit video questions.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. Yeah, you could start submitting video questions and hashtag Ask Woodford.
Yeah, ask on Instagram.
Yeah, actually, that would be better, because then we could see how they do it, and then we could actually
go from there.
I'd say big one would be cueing, ribs down, abs on, glutes on, good to go.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys a photo.
Oh.
Right? Now he wants to know you got your guys' thoughts on the positioning of, and I'm putting it on the screen for people, the positioning of this bench press, and whether you agree with that or not.
No. I've seen it.
Saying that one's right.
No. Now listen.
So which part don't you agree with?
Okay, the arch. Now, how he's doing it,
give us a look.
Just make sure he can have a look.
It'll be on the screen. Yeah.
Okay, now you can do that without arching your back and dumping to extension. See how his extension? Mm. Also, what
about this leg angle here? Do you want that back at that angle?
It's funny because I've heard of that as well, because you've got greater tension, but you can still press your heels in the ground and get tension. When I talk about the bench press with my athletes, I talk about being a full arc of tension from the head to the ground. A bench press is is an upper body staple, horizontal strength lift, horizontal push strength lift, right?
Yeah.
But you still want tension through your lower body, because if you lose tension, you're going to leak energy. Everything we know is about tension. Right. If you lose the tension through your body, that's when we're going to leak energy. And I remember perfect example, Alex, remember the perfect example, you bench pressing.
Incline
Tell the guys what happened.
I think you tell the story better.
Well, Alex was benching. I told him a weight that I easily know he could do. Missed it. I said, mate, you have no tension through your body. You're sloppy. I want tension. Shoulder blade down and back. Legs in the ground. Squeeze the bar. Elbows 45. Oh, bang, press. What happened? Did you finish the lift?
Easily.
Did you do it easy? Yes, there we go. Tension is critical. I know that. You don't want to leak energy up and down the chain. And that's how I look at neuro. Everything is about efficiency. So that's not a bad photo, by the way. That's actually how benchers, powerlifters do it, because it makes sense because you minimise the range of motion. But because you don't, for me, my whole thing is I don't care about that. I want full range of motion, horizontal extension, flexion. I don't think it's bad, but for my guys, for the non-string sport athlete, I wouldn't do it. Everything's in context. Remember I told you about context. Everything in context. That's just how they're doing it for a string sport athlete. Shoulder blades down and back. They're arching. Feet. I like my feet on the ground, so I'm keeping that full kinetic chain. They're flat. And we're driving up. And I like pushing, when you come up, you press through the heels like a leg pressing through the ground. You got that tension, your scap's not moving. Remember the bench press, your scap doesn't move. That's the only one drawback. But as long as you're doing some form of scap work, you're fine, no issue with it. It's not a bad thing, it's just in context of what you're trying to look at.
That's it.
We have no more questions today.
I can.
No, that's probably
How
enough.
long are you going for?
I don't know, I don't time it, I don't know. But I think that's enough. I mean, that's been a pretty good episode.
I've been good today,
I think
reckon I've been pretty good.
I think you've been pretty good. Guys, let us know how Cranage went. Tell me how you think Cranage went. Now, next week we have episode 11. We will have Jared on. Jared K on Ask Woodford at episode 11. If there's any questions you want to send through for Jared was lucky enough to train Andy McGrath number 1, Tim Taranto number 2, and Scrimshaw number 7, Paulson 59, and number 71 Corey Lyons. So if you've got any junior athlete development questions, maybe you should ask away. There he is right there.
The man.
Walking by right there. Gave a wave, even though no one can see the camera. So next week, Ask Woodford with Jared. So if you've got any questions about junior development, I think next week we'll call it the Junior Development Show. I think you should ask away. And I really want to thank Brett for coming on the show.
Can I plug my page as well?
Yeah,
Brett
go
Cranage Performance Coach on Facebook as well. If you like
Brett Cranage Performance, check that out. Brett,
recovery-based stuff on there as well.
You might have people want to email you. Where can they get you?
Please do. Brett.cranage@woodfordssc.com.
Maybe put that up as well.
Cranage for that last name.
Well, guys, this has been a great episode. I've actually been quite calm.
I've mellowed you out. It's a good chew.
I'm starting to get sick as well because it's starting to get cold in Melbourne. So, really good episode, clear, concise. I'm really glad I got out with you guys the vision where we're going. I'll be introducing more stuff as we go on this. Brett was lucky enough to come on this show, and I thank you very much. Twice now. Jared's on the show next week, the week after. Who knows? We had Jay on the show as well. We might get even Stubbsy on.
Oh, that
could be a damn good episode. Ratings could go through the roof then. You never know. Other than that, guys, I want to thank you for watching episode 10 of Ask Woodford. As always, thank my producer, Alex Sandelis. Thank you, Brett, for coming on. And thank you guys for watching the show. And also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this post. If you want to change the game, share this post, like this post. Other than that, guys, have a good week. And I'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
guys.
Good.
Thank you. Well done. Nice.
What's that?